My video for October the 20th, 2019 is video number 3242. The title is The Deep State Achilles Heel is Pedophilia. There are reports in alternative media that joint military operations have rescued 2,100 children kept in cages in underground facilities in California. One can only imagine how many prepubescent children are being abused by elite men and women posing as leaders in countries all over the globe. The California takedown is just the tip of the iceberg. There are also videos of naked children in underground tunnels on Epstein's pedophile island that were quickly hidden by politicians and the press. Some want to dismiss that innocent children are suffering all around us because it's too hard to admit that leaders in our society are so depraved, but they are. If we keep ignoring the silenced cries of those children, we will never be able to save them nor ourselves. Thank God for the Pentagon Pedophile Task Force, Marines, and Navy SEALs. It was rumored that there were a lot more yet to come. Is God finally doing something? Belief without action is simply insanity. Now, I have to admit that this is a difficult subject for me. In fact, I wrote the blurb more than 12 hours ago. And it's a difficult one because it's the last one that will go before I reach my 73rd birthday, which will be the next video for October 21st. And this is the thing that makes me look at Donald Trump the way some of my Trump supporting friends do, in the respect that this is the most important thing that he's doing, and it's the reason why he's getting so much opposition from other politicians in the United States. And there is such an outcry and a desire to impeach Trump because the whistle being blown on them is going to reveal how corrupted so many of our leaders are. And folks, this is not just a problem in the United States. As I've said so many times, it's a problem that plagues the entire world. Those that have claimed leadership they rule in high places around the world, and especially through the financial setup in the world, they use money to enslave and control. And they get people, politicians that want to do the right, many of whom want to do the right thing, but they entrap them and get them in a weak position where their integrity is compromised, because now they feel they need to cover up, or otherwise people are going to think that they're terrible people. And some of them are terrible people, but some of them are just simply people that have been entrapped. So there's a lot of things coming out with all this political confusion in the United States. There's a lot of things coming out. Trump is apparently draining the swamp, and that's exactly what the elite are afraid of. They want to keep themselves from being exposed as the terrible people that they really are, abusing the most innocent of all of humanity, our infants, our little children, and they're keeping them for human sacrifice and rituals using horrendous sexual it makes me almost want to cry, because how they treat little innocent children is just so pathetic. And these are the fallen angels, the elite. These are the people that claim to be given rulership by God. Well, what kind of a God would allow this kind of leadership anywhere, on any planet, in any universe in existence? I don't understand it. And it makes me feel very sad, but perhaps Donald Trump is being used by God to literally drain the swamp and expose all of this horrendous corruption. This is the Achilles heel. This is the weak spot of the elite establishment. Their propensity of drinking human blood and abusing little babies and little children, and their insanity of creating wars for profit, where people are destroying each other under the guise of patriotism, when in fact it's barbarism. So I'm thankful that Donald Trump is doing something right and is draining the swamp and exposing the corruption that has been going on. I'm grateful for the Christian community and all other moral communities of whatever religion they may be that are raising their voices and standing behind Trump on this issue of draining the swamp. Now, I still don't like Trump's alliance with Israel and Saudi Arabia and other countries. I don't trust that at all, but maybe that's part of the swamp that's being drained too, and maybe it has to start in the United States, and it has to go to all of the other countries of the world on every continent, and it perhaps even has to go to other planets in this galaxy or in the solar system or anywhere in the universe. We need to have a creator that takes responsibility for creation, and this is the responsibility. Everyone's free will ends where the next person's free will begins. That's the key thing. Anybody that abuses the free will of another through any kind of fraud and force, and again, the elite, their whole thing is force. It's all about war. It's all about control. It's all about domination. It's not about setting people free. It's not about telling the truth. It's not about love. It's not about the qualities that are good qualities that we should all strive to attain. And the leaders of our planet and perhaps of the galaxies and stuff like that are at the best fallen angels, fallen gods, demonic beings. It's got to change. So this is my last video at age 72. Now, of course, I'll record the one for my 73rd birthday on still when I'm still 72, but it will go up for my birthday on October 21st, in which I turn 73. I become a 1 again in the Enneagram. I've completed one cycle. Every 9 years is a new cycle. And I'm starting another new cycle. And hopefully this cycle between the ages of 72 and 81 will be the cycle in which I actually get to personally participate in and witness real change. Not just that believe in, but I can see the swamp being drained. I can see the unrighteousness being exposed. I can see war coming to an end. And I can see God actually empowering good people instead of allowing dark forces to continue to reign supreme here or on any other planet in the universe, hopefully. Because this whole thing is just criminally insane that it should have ever been allowed, but it has been allowed, and hopefully we will learn from it, and there will be corrective action taken, and Trump is just the tip of the iceberg in what we have to look forward to as the swamp is drained and as truth begins to reign over the lies, and as love is uplifted in all religions and all political parties and all nations of the world. And we can finally be free at last. Thank you, folks, for listening, and namaste.